My name is Nolan Sitz, and I'm an architect at SCB. This is our fourth DRB presentation for 8009 164th Avenue Northeast. Over the next few minutes, we want to refresh your memory on our project, take you through a summary of your comments from DRB3, and walk you through our responses. The project is an 8-story residential building organized around a courtyard that faces south for good sunlight and cascades down in elevation. In total, the building is 290,000 square feet, 217 units, and 220 parking spaces. Overall, the board was very supportive in the evolution of the facades, darker color palettes, and open space at the ground level. Diving deeper into the open space, the board thought it was warm, attractive, and welcoming to the public. They liked the chamfer at the southeast corner as a way to draw people in and the lightness of the soffit as it warmed up the space. While the southern elevation and eastern facade were very successful, they thought there was little room for improvement on the northeast corner. Regarding the north elevation, the board had mixed reviews. Some liked the incorporation of the balconies and scale, while others felt some interest was lost from the previous iteration and some fine-tuning was needed. It was also agreed that whatever the condition and detail we use on the north wall for the blank areas, we continue to the west. Thank you for your comments. Focusing in on the northeast corner, this is a side-by-side comparison in both plan and exterior image. DRB3 is above, and what we're proposing is below. Chamfering the facade at the ground level opens up the corner, draws people in from 81st, and works with the architectural geometry of the building above. We also added a smaller avocado-shaped planter with seating to visually tie it to the southeast corner. Overall, we think these moves are very positive, making the interior space more visible to the public and creating a better pedestrian experience overall. The next slide is the revised site plan. You can see the relationship of the southeast and northeast corner of the building, how the sidewalk blends into the open space, a mix of seating arrangements, and the signature planters at the corners. To refresh your memory, this is the east elevation that shows the 2-story open space at the south, more intimate area in the center, public meeting rooms, and plaza to the north. All of it is meant to feel very fluid, inviting, and connected. Taking a step back, we wanted to help you remember the sequencing walking into and inside the open space. It starts at Larry Way. You see 2 wings with a central courtyard that cascades down. And to the lower right is this 2-story Wi-Fi plaza. As you get closer, the geometry of the building draws you into a larger plaza. Architecturally, we intentionally blurred the lines between sidewalk and open space so that it feels like an extension of the right-of-way, using the same sidewalk material and scoring patterns. Moving closer, this is where people walk into the 1-story open space. It's more intimate, activated with different furnishing groups, a water feature, and wooden planter. This is the view taken from the east, showing how the space steps in section to provide weather protection and brings natural light into the space. And the last view shows our latest revision to the northeast corner. It's complementary to the south, cohesive with the interior, and can stand alone as a secondary entrance into the meeting rooms. Moving on to the northern elevation, the images in the upper right-hand corner of the page show the last 2 schemes we proposed. To summarize, at DRB2, you asked us to look at more facade modulation and the incorporation of balconies. At DRB3, you appreciated the modulation and Juliet balconies, but were concerned we had lost something from DRB2. For this meeting, we explored 2 options. The first option takes the dancing balcony from DRB2 and merges it with the facade modulation of DRB3. Horizontal lines at the base and blank wall creates a nice counterpoint to the vertical orientation of the elevation. Overall, we think this creates a lot of interest, breaks down the scale of the facade, and creates a more playful element in the center of the building. The second option takes us back to the original with the dancing balcony in the center, clean vertical lines every 4 windows to break down the 2 masses with the silhouette of a mountain at the solid portion of the building. To us, both look great, but after studying different iterations and permutations, we think option 2 visually looks the best. There's a lot more contrast and pop, and as a result, the dancing balcony looks much more interesting architecturally. We also like the subtle silhouette of the mountain at the base. It complements the cascading theme, but doesn't overpower the elevation. We hope you agree. As you pointed out in the previous DRB, our preferred elevation requires both a facade and vertical modulation ADF. This drawing outlines the exact requirements needed and what we're requesting. We're looking for a 2-foot height change in lieu of 4 feet between the 2 materials. Visually, we think there's enough height difference in the perspective as it's drawn. 2 feet also works better as you track it around the east and west elevations. Instead of the 3 vertical breaks across the facade, we think going to one larger one in the center with thinner lines on the sides is visually stronger. All in all, we think this is the right direction for the project and neighborhood as it will bring some nice architectural diversity to Redmond. However, if you feel otherwise, we understand and think option 1 will also work very well. It has a great scale, works with the rest of the building, and adds more balconies. Continuing to the west elevation, you can see we've carried the articulation across. Both work well. Because this elevation is built along the interior lot line and much of it is concealed by the existing office building, we wanted to add planning where it could be seen from the sidewalk or right-of-way. We're proposing to add a green trellis at the southwest corner that will grow vines with shrubs at the base. The northwest corner already has an existing green hedge that is located along our neighbor's property. On the left are existing images of both street conditions. The one on the top is from the south. You can see it's a mix of trees with shrubs that really cover up the facade. The lower left shows the existing green hedge. It's about 8 feet tall and will cover up a good portion of the wall. We think it'll pair up nicely with the silhouette. Finally, we wanted to show you the pedestrian experience of each option along 81st. Both look great and will feel activated when people walk along the sidewalk. Thank you for your time. We hope you agree with our assessment and look forward to hearing your comments.